beautiful souls. I'm so grateful that this message found you. Um, just keeping it real, I've never made a video like this in my life. Was not planning on making this video when I woke up today, but I'm not going to do any sort of, marketing of this video. I'm trusting completely that whoever is meant to receive this video will be presented this video by the universe. So, what is this secret that the universe told me that I want to share with you? The secret is the universe is alive and she gave you a purpose. And I want to take a second to unpack that because we have a lot of existing narratives from like the tech bros of the world that say essentially we are living in a technology-based, man-made based virtual reality simulation that's highly complex. And I think there is a bit of utility in that framework as a concept because it does explain some of the ways that the universe operates, because all of the simulations and all of the technologies that we make are based off of and emulating the infinite consciousness of the universe and of the human body and mind and spirit. But the key distinction there is that the universe is not technology based. It is the complete opposite. It is entirely organic in nature. It is a living organism. We are all just cells within that one body. And this might be hard to wrap your mind around, so there are a couple of different ways that you can think about it and also contextualize it in broader human history. Amitav Ghosh wrote this incredible book, The Nutmeg's Curse, and it documents the origins of European colonialism and conquest. And in order to do all of the horrible things that the colonizers did, they had to rely on propaganda. Tale as old as time. And specifically, the propaganda that they created is that the material world, the universe itself, is not alive, not conscious. It's dumb, inert matter that is meant to be conquered and hoarded and collected and killed, right? Because in order to kill something, you have to justify that behavior, and if it's already dead, if it's not alive, well, that makes it so much easier to treat it as such, right? But at this point in time, literally the entire world knew and believed that the universe was one complex living organism. Let that sink in. And another way to think about this is the indigenous cultures around the world worship landscapes, worship their land, worship mountains, worship water. Water is life, right? And so one really interesting researcher who's doing incredibly powerful work on this front today is Veda Austin. Many of you may know her work, but she has found that if you take unpolluted spring water and you place it on top of an image and then you go to freeze that image, the water will freeze to recreate the image. And it's not just a photocopier. Water, you can also speak or communicate emotions non-verbally to water, and the water will respond and has its own language that Veda is documenting. She calls the different symbols hydroglyphs, which I think is very cute and very clever. But yeah, water, everything is literally made of God consciousness, is what Veda posits. And that actually makes a lot of sense with other belief systems as well. So in Buddhism, there's this concept of samadhi that's associated with enlightenment and nirvana. When you're in a state of samadhi, you see through the illusion of self and other. And that might sound really heady and like, what does that even mean? But when you think about it this way, in terms of water is God consciousness, we are all one part of a giant, in terms of physics, electrical field. Everything is made of literal light. That's what equals mc squared says, right? Is that matter is made of energy. Energy is light. Light is infinite God consciousness. We are all made of that. We're all taking on different forms of that. And I think one way to think about this is, think about if you're infinite consciousness as the universe or as the consciousness of water, would it be more fun to just be a puddle, the ocean without any life in it? Or would it be more fun to take on these very complex and unique life forms as sacs of water, as sacs of God consciousness, that all have their own unique perspectives and experiences of the world, and are even so masterful at creating the infinite possibilities that exist within the universe that we are living in timelines right now where we do not even know or understand that we are part of a living conscious universe. Many of us are essentially sleepwalking. We think that the universe is not alive, we are all separate, life just sprung, randomly out of the chaos of radiation or something, and now we're just here suffering through life and slaving away under capitalism. No, that's not the tea. So we are experiencing, and this is why I'm sharing this message, 2025 is a huge moment for our humanity's departure from that delusion. We are returning to the truth and the reality that we've known through most of human history, that we are part of a living, conscious God organism, that we are all God. That's why Jesus said Jesus is in all of us. We are all divine consciousness, taking on different forms and seeing what we can learn from these unique experiences and timelines, including the ones where we don't know that we're God and we don't know that we're the consciousness of the universe. So, yeah, if any of this resonates with you, just know, if this is a confirmation for you, that's beautiful, that's awesome. You may be seeing synchronicities or repeated symbols or signs or phrases from the universe that are starting to pick up meaning. Tap into those. Or this may just really feel correct and true to you. Tap into that feeling, okay? These are like little wink, wink, nudge, nudges from the universe telling you, like, hey, I know you see me doing this stuff. I know you see that I'm conscious and shaping your reality, and you're shaping it with me. Like, I see you, I know you see me, type thing. Another way to think of these synchronicities or feelings are like beautiful, intricate love letters from the universe. Like all of the random things that were placed throughout your life that the average person would not even pick up on as having meaning. You were able to not only witness those things, but you were able to interpret the meaning that the universe sent to you through them. And you were able to understand that the universe placed all of those complex things there through different places in time and space. Think about how hard that would be to plan all of that, right? The universe did that just to get through to you and to affirm the message that I'm telling you now, which is that you are the consciousness of the universe and you have a purpose. The universe is alive and she gave you a purpose. And everybody's purpose looks different. That's what's so beautiful about this world that I'm describing, where we are all one unified consciousness, but we're choosing to take on these egoic lifetimes where we perceive ourselves as a human in a body that is separate from everyone else. So what your purpose is in this lifetime will look different from what your neighbor, your girlfriend, your dad's purpose will look like. Okay, we all have different soul contracts when we incarnated into these lives. We chose to have different forms of and patterns of experiences. We chose to take on different karmas that had not been resolved within our ancestors' lines, and to clear them out, to transmute them into Dharma, and to ultimately not only awaken ourselves to our divine nature as the consciousness of the universe, but also to play a huge role in shining our light to awaken everyone else during this never before seen moment, this prophesized moment of mass awakening on Earth. So it's a beautiful time to be alive. I'm so excited to be sharing this message with you. If it resonated with you, if it helped you at all, if it affirmed anything that the universe has been telling you, feel free to drop a like, or give me a subscription so that this message can help reach other people as well. You are infinite love, you are infinite joy, you are infinite peace, you are infinite wisdom, and nobody can take that away from you. Thank you for being with me.